The chart being shown provides information on the present student body enrollment at our two elementaries. The kindergarten, and you'll notice kindergarten through grade 3 all have over 150 students. So overall we're averaging just under 150 students throughout our elementaries. The Dilworth site has 23 classrooms that are utilized for our elementary enrollment. The Glendon Felton site has 19 sections. We are averaging right around 21-to-1 ratio students per teacher. We have 5 sections at each the kindergarten, first grade, second grade at the Dilworth site. We utilize 4 classrooms for the third grade and 4 classrooms for the fourth grade at the Dilworth site. At the Glendon site, we fluctuate between 2 and 3 sections, and you will notice that we have some sections, some grades that have lower student-teacher ratios. For instance, both the first grade and the second grade average right around 17-to-1 ratio. But overall, 42 classrooms are utilized for our elementary enrollment. At the middle school, we have 375 students. That is an average of 125 students per grade. We are currently utilizing 5 sections per grade at the middle school level, which means that we would have 5 sections of math, 5 sections of all of our core courses. As you can see, what will be coming is 6 section grades that will be on their way. At the high school, we're averaging less than 100, 99 with a high of 116 at the 10th grade. The 10th grade, we run 5 sections, and for the others, we run between 4 and 5 sections for the core classes, which allows us to do some electives. But as we see these classes coming in with higher amount of students, we will be getting more and more crowded, of course, at the high school level. Our overall enrollment trend has been back in 2001, 2002, we had less than 1,300 students. We currently have 1,650 students, and we are anticipating, just based on attrition, based on the fact of having the 125 averages coming into the high school, the 150s coming into the middle school, that by the fall of 17, we will have a little bit less than 1,800 students. And by the fall of 2020, we will be definitely over 1,900 students. So we will be getting crowded space-wise. The way it will look at each of our sites, Dilworth Elementary and Glendon Felton Elementary, we're not projecting large increases. We think we'll be fairly stable in the 150s in our elementary over the coming years. But what is happening is definitely, as you look at our middle school numbers and our high school numbers, the middle school, which is currently 375 students, we know that we have to plan that they will be passing over 400 students, 450 by the fall of 2020. At the high school level, where we are not at 400 yet, we will be planning, we will need to plan for being over 500 students by the fall of 18. And a big part of the problem with this is we're already crowded. We know that. We know that we have our middle school students and our high school students coming into the cafeteria eating later so that we can get the kids through in the elementary who are starting their lunch at 10:45 in the morning. So we're at 1650 currently. You can see the distribution that will be by fall of 17. The high school will be seeing a gain of over 80 some students within 2 years. Put it in perspective, 2002, 2003 were the last times that our buildings were expanded. 2002 was at the Dilworth site, and 2003, by fall of 2003, the Glendon Felton site was completed for the expansion. You'll notice that at that time, and that's what's given us we're now at 294,000 square feet between the two sites. 1,350 students at that time of fall of 2003, which would equate overall to 218 square feet per student. By this fall, we've already, with 1,650 students, we're looking at 40 less square feet per student, just with our current numbers. Fall of 17, 165, and then by fall of 19, we'll be down to 154 square feet per student. It doesn't seem like it would be that much of a factor, but to put it in perspective, most new buildings for high school students, recommendations are anywhere from 200 to 225 square feet per student, and we're already down to 178 per square feet per student. This is our existing Dilworth site as far as the floor plan. On the first floor, we have 4 classrooms that we utilize for the second grade, or 5 classrooms for second grade, 5 classrooms for the first grade in the blue, and 5 classrooms for kindergarten. We have 1 classroom, room 111, which is our early childhood. That's the only room that we have. We have 1 classroom at each of our sites for early childhood. So what we would be looking to do is pull the students out of the 11 classrooms that make up the early childhood, the kindergarten, and the first grade. We'd be pulling 11, the students from 11 of those classrooms over to the new building. The second floor of the Dilworth site, we have 4 classrooms for third grade in blue. We have 4 classrooms for fourth grade. All of the other classrooms on the second floor are utilized for our middle school that has our students in grades 6 through 8. So you'll notice that as we have to plan for the middle school needing more space, as the 140s and the 150s of students come into the middle school, looking at 6 sections, and they only have classroom space right now for 5 sections per subject. And we know that the elementary, the second grade students coming from the second grade, 5 sections of second grade, 100 students. As they get into the third grade, there's only 4 classrooms available for them. So we will have to be looking at having 25-to-1 ratios as those students come into third grade and fourth grade with our existing spaces. At the Glendon site, as I said before, we fluctuate between 2 and 3 sections per grade at the elementary level. Currently, we have 2 sections of kindergarten in rooms 168, 169. We have 3 sections for first grade. We have 3 sections for second grade. We have 3 classrooms for third. And fourth grade, which is our smaller class at the Glendon site, has 2 sections. And then all of the DGF 5th graders are at the Glendon site, and we currently have 6 sections for the 5th grade. All classroom spaces are utilized, of course. So in any of the years that we have more students coming in the kindergarten, then we have to look at making some changes. Some of those classes that have 51 students that are running 3 sections probably will be going to 2 sections as we have that need. Overall, at the Glendon site, this is a map just showing the full building, both the elementary on this side on the right and the high school. The east side of the building, of course, is where our main entrances are currently at. All of the students eat in the cafeteria, and so we have 800 and some students all coming into this space. And again, that's our issues with all the crowding that we have because of having 800 and some students come to this location from both the high school and the elementary. The high school students currently are kept in a hallway while we finish feeding the elementary students until we can get some space for them to come back into the hallway and have the high school students start going through the line. So this is our enrollment issue. If you have any questions concerning this after you've viewed this, please feel free to give me a call. Thank you much.